What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Right. So, U.S. FIBA team, right, plays Slovenia today, and they beat Slovenia 92-62, led by Anthony Edwards. He had 15. And, of course, our great Jalen Brunson had 11 points and 8 assists. Listen, of course, Slovenia was short, not having Luka Doncic out there today. Of course, their team is a lot different. But I don't think he would have made up for 30 points, right? I don't think that, right? The U.S. is just loaded. The amount of talent that they have from top to bottom. Tyrese Halliburton, he's on the team. Of course, Brandon Ingram. Mentioned Anthony Edwards. Of course, Jaren Jackson Jr., Austin Reeves, of course, our own Josh Hart. List goes on, right? They're just stacked, right? Now, of course, it's not the top dogs, meaning Kevin Durant's of the world, all those guys, even though they're getting up in age, they still are the best basketball players in the world. But these guys are like the new up-and-coming stars in the league, and I think that they pack a heavy punch, right? So let's take a look at the highlights here. Listen, man, once again, like I said, it's great to see these guys getting out there, playing, getting active. You see Jalen Brunson there. He's starting there with Brandon Ingram and those guys. Altogether, man, I mean, it's just too much. It's too much firepower. It just is, right? Just watching this team play and seeing the all-stars out there and seeing what they do. It wasn't much that Slovenia could do with them, right? But this is what should happen. I mean, we're not surprised, guys. I mean, we have the best basketball players in the world. Of course, this is where the game started and was created. So we should do this all the time. All the time to those teams over there. Now, of course, if you look at the FIBA rankings, they have Spain as number 1. They have us as number 2. I'm a little bothered by that, right? I think we're a lot better than that. Of course, I think we are the best team or the best basketball organization, you want to say, in the world, right? Of course, the women's team, of course, is number 1 in the world, but the men's is number 2, right behind Spain. And that's who we play next, actually. And all this right now is just exhibition games to kind of get ready for the FIBA World Championships, like I said, which is starting within another week or so. All right, so this is just good work, man. But, like I said before, and I said in my other show, I love it because you have a lot of guys out there getting some work, right? There's highlights up here of Josh Hart getting busy as well. Josh Hart is just the perfect piece to this team, just like he's the perfect piece for the Knicks. Anything you need to get done, he gets done. You need a rebound, he does it. You need a steal, he does it. He's like a Swiss Army knife. He does it all. And it's perfect for a team like this that has a lot of scorers, a lot of guys that like to put the ball in the basket and have the skill set to do so, right? They're at the top of the NBA in doing so. But also, too, who I think is another key piece to this team is Bobby Portis Jr., right? A guy that once was with the Knicks, who I would actually love to have him back with the Knicks. 6'10", 6'11", strong in that middle, can shoot the three, defends, high intensity. He's just a perfect piece to, I believe, what the Knicks like to do, right? Of course, the Bucks probably aren't going to let him go, but if they do, I think he's a perfect piece. A perfect piece. But he was out there balling. He was playing well. Just making the game look easy, man. They made it look easy today. You see Brunson kicking the ball out there in the corner. It's just we just have too much firepower. I mean, that's just what it is. Now, of course, people are going to say we play Spain, and of course, Canada that has SGA on there, and of course our own RJ Barrett, right? Should be a little bit harder, but I just think the amount of guys that we have coming off the bench, there's no weakness here. And just the way the game is opened up, right? You don't need a legit big man in that middle. So you can have a stretch 5, like a guy like Jaren Jackson Jr., play with this team and play on a team like this, and we don't skip a beat. We just don't. So you don't have the regular, normal big man who blocks shots and rebounds. Even those guys can do it. They're more like scoring 5s, kind of similar to like, not exactly like Dirk, but similar to that, right? These guys, they stretch 5s, man. They can do that. And so I think that we have a pretty good lineup to pretty much take this tournament with no problem. If we didn't take this tournament, I would be surprised. I really would be. But all this stuff is just a good warm up, man. You know, all this is just, even though, you know, the U.S. don't win this tournament, which I think they will, I just love the fact that, you know, our guys, our three guys out there, RJ, Brunson, and Hart, are getting some work in so we can get ready for the season, because I think this is going to be a big season for us. But, you know, it's just good to see. It's just good to see. You know, Brunson's doing Brunson things, right? You see they got him starting. They've already spoke about him. Steve Kerr and those guys said he's just a natural born leader. That's just who he is. And I do think that he is going to be an all-star this year with no problem. And he's probably going to possibly start for the all-star team this year. That's how good of a player he is. And that's how much he's establishing himself as being a top dog in the league. And that's what we want. And hopefully the Knicks can get another piece to go with him. And then we'll be a title contender team. I think we're close. I think we're really, really, really close. Especially with a guy like Brunson. So, you know, it should be exciting, man. See this beautiful play right here to Anthony Edwards off the backboard. Boom. That's just what Brunson does, right? He's a team player, team first guy. But can take and knock down big shots when need be, right? So, but yeah, it's just good, you know, good run. Good open run to keep everybody sharp and keeping them ready for the season. Even though they do want to win this tournament, most of these guys that are playing in this tournament are going to come to their teams ready to go. And they're going to be pretty much maybe ahead of the rest of the players on the team, right? Maybe a month ahead of schedule, and won't have any sea legs because they played in this tournament here, right? So it's just great to see, man. Great to see. Big win today. They won by 30 against Slovenia. Of course, without Luka Doncic, but I don't even think it matters if Luka Doncic was there, right? I think there's nobody that's going to be able to stop this team. See Cam Johnson there finishing it. He's also a great piece to this team. Who's actually as sneaky good as Austin Reeves, man. He really came on strong for the Lakers last year and is really starting to make a name for himself. He's a sneaky good player. People don't really pay attention to him, but he's really, really coming into his own, right? So, yeah, man. So I think, like I said, I think this team's going to win this tournament and get these guys ready. And of course, locked and loaded for the season. All right? But listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming by, please leave comments. And, hey, please subscribe. All right? I'm LV Live, and that's my show, people, and I'm out. Peace.